Hi College and Career Success, welcome to your week 1 assignment video. So if you have been kind of watching the videos in order, hopefully you've already taken a look at the welcome video, which is again a little longer, but it really walks you through all of the components of the course to hopefully make sure that you are comfortable with the navigation. Also, I scroll quite a bit here. Going down to the lessons area, the week 1 videos, I have my week 1 lecture video uploaded, and it's really just a reminder. It's only a few minutes long, a reminder about a couple key points. This video right here is going to focus specifically on what you're doing this week so that you can make sure you are completing your assignments on time and you know how to navigate through those. So let's go ahead and take a look at week 1. When you click on the little week 1 of the notebook paper beside it, it gives you the overview. So this week you do have a discussion forum post that you have to post your original response for by Wednesday. Posting by Wednesday gets you 100% attendance in week 1. If you post late, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, you can still get partial attendance, but you can still get full points for the forum. So if you recall in my welcome video, I did mention that you essentially are almost getting graded twice on your discussion forums. You get graded once for attendance, did you post on time? And then you get graded for actually did you address the prompt and did you respond to your classmates? You have a Title IX quiz and a digital scavenger hunt. These are both automatically graded assignments by Brightspace. So these are assignments that I just go in and just kind of like check off. Did you do them? And I write down the score that you received on my hard copy gradebook. But Brightspace does record those grades for me. And then you have a handshake assignment. So I'm going to walk you through each of these, the rest of these assignments, responding to 2 classmates, the Title IX quiz, digital scavenger hunt, and handshake. Those are all due by Sunday. You obviously can get them done before then. And I try for the first several weeks in particular to email each of you as you finish. That way you know you're on the right track. So as you get everything done, I will say, hey, you're all set for week 1. Now, if you do not finish it until like Sunday evening, you're probably not going to get that email because I'm maybe grading later in the night. But if you finish it up until then, I usually will say, hey, you're good to go. That way you know you're on the right track. All right. So again, I want to encourage you to take a look at the materials. We do have a slideshow, some online learning resources, some student resources, and handshake. And I'm going to come back to each of those as we talk about the assignment that it correlates with. So week 1, discussion forum. So this is our first introduction to a discussion forum. This is how you're going to work them. So you're always going to have to click go to discussion. When you go there, you will see the discussion right here. You can see the dates. It'll have like a little prompt right here. But if you click on it, that's when you're really going to be able to start posting. Here you have the prompt again. This one's really straightforward, hopefully really easy. Introduce yourself. Share at least 3 things about yourself. Here are the things you're going to share. A time when you were proud of an accomplishment, an interest or hobby, and a goal. So those are the 3 things you're sharing. Feel free to share more if you want. And you don't have to get too super detailed. It's up to you. But those are the 3 things. So the introduction, let us know your name. Do you go by a different name that's on your screen that shows up? Is there a nickname or anything like that? And then maybe tell us about your major or why is this your first semester? Just kind of give us a little bit of background. And then those 3 things, your time where you were proud, an interest or hobby, and at least 1 goal. So that is what is going to be your first post. You're going to post by simply hitting start a new thread. And so you can title it whatever you would like. I'm just going to put week 1 post in here. You can put intro post. You can put week 1 in your last name. And then you're going to start typing here. And you can see as you go, Brightspace does keep track for you. So you know when you hit 150 words. Remember, you want to keep it around 150 words. Now, if you're a little short, it's not a big deal. But if you're significantly under for these first couple weeks, you are going to lose the points. I'm not going to nitpick if you're at like 145 or 147. So please make sure you're getting somewhat close. And even the first week or so, if you're under all, I might just say, hey, don't forget 150 words. So you're going to post there, and then as soon as you're done, you're just going to hit post so that it goes through. And then eventually you're going to be able to see a list of everyone who is posting, and you're going to be able to hit reply. That's how you're going to get your 2 responses so that you can respond and interact with those classmates. The discussion forums are supposed to emulate what it's like to be interacting with classmates in a face-to-face setting. So post your response first, and you will not be able to see anyone else's until you post. Okay, so then down here, right now it says there's no threads. Eventually there will be other threads. Then you'll see the post and you can click on the hyperlink. It'll take you in and you'll be able to hit reply so that you can go in and respond. And when I say response, it's not just, oh, good job, or I agree, or I disagree. You are making a contribution to their post. You're going to compare or contrast maybe what they said to what you said. You're going to ask a question, or you're going to build off of it, or you're going to comment on something in particular they mentioned. So again, a response is a quality response, not just a few words, good job, I agree, I disagree. Really make sure that you're putting time into it. I'm not asking for a lot, like a sentence or two is a good response. All right, so that is your introduction response. You want to post your original response to this prompt right here by Wednesday, and then respond to 2 classmates by Sunday in that forum. All right, from there, you're going to take the Title IX training quiz. This is where I'm going to reference. You go ahead and go up to your materials. You're going to see a slideshow, and if you wish, you can download this or maybe open it in a new tab if you wanted to do that. You can here I'm just going to download it. If I wanted to have it so that I could kind of reference it, there we go. I could have it there, and I can come back here, and I'm going to go to the actual assignment. And this is just going to be a series of questions regarding Title IX. Every student at the college has to take this. You're going to navigate by these little arrows. It's going to talk to you, and then it's going to start asking you a series of questions.
Title
so
IX
make sure.
Objectives of
every time. Make
what
sure
is Title
that
IX?
There you go. And if you're not sure, like, all right, let me go back to my PowerPoint and go through and look at it. Totally fine keeping this up, using it as a reference. Just make sure you get to the very last slide and make sure you hit submit, make sure it's gone through, and then you can check your grades to see if a grade has been recorded. Sometimes there's a little bit of a lag, but within an hour, you should have a grade in the grade book before that. The other assignment that you're doing that's automatically graded by Brightspace is called the College Resources Digital Scavenger Hunt. And it's kind of like what the name says. It is a scavenger hunt about the resources around campus. So again, you'll hit play.
Stark State College. These resources. Let's do it. Use the website to find out where.
I encourage you to spend time on those slides. I just wanted to make sure I got through that. But it's going to ask you like where certain resources are. And if you're not sure, Testing Center, come over here, find Testing Center and find where these resources are. It's just multiple choice. And then at the very last slide, again, make sure you hit submit. Okay, so both of those are due by Sunday. You can see the due dates are in there, and they're automatically graded by Brightspace. So just double check that the grade's recorded. The last thing you're doing is Handshake. So as I've mentioned multiple times already, you do have a workshop assignment due at the end of the semester. You're going to register for that workshop through Handshake. So to ensure that you are going to be able to register smoothly, this assignment kind of gets that process started. So the instructions are basically, you're going to log into your Handshake account and you're going to find a job that interests you. Okay, so how do you log into your Handshake account? Well, go up here to the materials, and it is going to walk you through. Here is a step-by-step guide. There's a video that walks you through. This is from Career Services. I should say screen grab, sorry. This walks you through how to create your Handshake assignment. See, like screenshots of every single piece of that. So take a look through there, and it's going to tell you like, hey, you need to go here, use your Stark State username, email address, create your profile, and you can get as detailed with this as you want. Some people do not really fill out Handshake until they get a little bit further in their path here. But for now, as long as you have an account, that's the main thing. So make sure you register. There's the link right above it. You can click on that and it'll open up to Handshake. That looks very similar to the screen grab just showed you. There's some other like tutorial videos to help you again understand Handshake. If you're kind of maybe struggling or you're not quite sure, this is put on by Career Services. So lots of resources here for Handshake. All right, so you've created your account. Let's assume that. What you are doing is finding a job posting that could potentially be something that is of interest to you. It could be part-time, internship, full-time, anything that aligns with your career goals. If you're CCP and you're not 100% sure what your career goals are yet, that's okay. Maybe just a field that you think you're going into. And you can do one of two things. The first thing is you're just going to share the link. Copy and paste the link directly into the Dropbox, or take a screenshot. Either one of those is what you can do to turn this in. So when you go to take a screenshot, you can put it in a doc, or you can just do it as a JPEG. If you do a link, you can put it in a doc, or you can just submit the link. Okay, so you'll want to make sure that you submit that. It's a text or a file submission so that you can ensure that I am able to see that. And I'm going to try to see if I can get in here as a student. It might not allow me because the dates are not quite there yet, but in a future video, I might upload just a little tiny video just talking about how to upload things, just in case you're not super comfortable with it. But just know that for that handshake assignment, you do need to either submit a link or submit a screenshot of the actual job posting. And again, it's anything that you think would be interesting or aligns with your career. All right, so as a real quick recap, you're posting your original response to the week 1 discussion board by Wednesday, just that intro forum that you tell us about yourself and those 3 things. Responded to classmates by Sunday. And then these 3 assignments are also due by Sunday. I will follow up a little video, hopefully just like a minute or 2 long, just to walk you through the document submission process, because you're gonna have to do that all semester, just in case you're not already familiar. But if you have any questions on anything, always feel free to reach out, and have a great first week.